Marvin now has an electric fence, and so he has to stay in his yard. So we're trying out new sidekicks. What do you think of these guys?
You guys coming into the RV with us?
Yeah.
How's it going?
All right, we didn't want you anyway. Earl, you're in.
Good morning, adventurers.
Good morning.
And welcome to another spooky adventure.
Ooh, so spooky.
We're actually gonna be working on the RV today, but we decided to start our day off with going to a pumpkin patch.
Woo!
Yes.
So fall is officially here, and it has been so cold and so rainy the past few days, but today is bright and sunny, so we thought we would take advantage and come to a little local pumpkin farm and pick out some pumpkins.
We're gonna get our Halloween on because we're not actually gonna go trick-or-treating or dressing up this year, sadly. But if you guys want to see us go all out for Halloween, I'll put a video in the top right hand of the screen and in the description below where, believe it or not, we dressed as robots in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And the costumes were amazing.
Yeah.
Best costumes I ever made.
Halloween is one of our favorite holidays.
it's
Just
so fun.
dressing up is so fun.
But for now, we are going to go play with some animals that I saw over there, and then we're
I
going to
can
pick
hear
out
'em.
the perfect pumpkin or maybe a squash or something. I don't know. Stay tuned. The little goat was out, and that was cute, but then the big goat came out, and they're kind of scary because they can headbutt you, and it really hurts. There was this one time on this farm in Slovenia, there was this little goat with horns that just kept ramming me in my shin. Whoa!
Is he trying to fight you?
Yeah, this guy he's trying to fight me. Look, he's ramming me. He really is.
Please don't get me, mister. Okay, my ultimate plan is to make pumpkin pie out of one of these pumpkins, and we were just told that this bad boy right here is a Kentucky field pumpkin and will do the job. Normally I make them from little tiny pumpkins, but I'm really excited. And if all of you watching want to come, I think I can make enough pies for everyone out of this bad boy.
That's a lot of pumpkin.
Yeah. But will it pie? Let's see. Oh, yeah, she's the winner. And of course we're gonna get some butternut squash so I can potentially make soup or some sort of pasta dish with these bad boys. I love fall.
I know, I'm so
Gourds for
excited.
days.
Say gourds for days.
That's the proper term, right? Gourds. I'm a happy little girl.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this.
I know.
I had no idea that these kinds of pumpkins are the best for making pie.
I didn't know either. They actually, I think you said they do. The other name might be cow pumpkins, something like that.
Yeah, cowboy pumpkins.
Cowboys.
Whatever,
'Cause
look it up if you really
you
want
can
to know.
feed them to cows. I guess they really like them.
Welcome back to the RV. What? That's right, we finished our little slide-out refrigerator cabinet, you guys. Well, we didn't finish it, but we finished the sliding part of it. And boy, is it strong. See ya.
Theoretically, it should hold 500 pounds, which is about what Eric weighs nowadays.
I think I'm pushing like 450 these days. So these are the slides that we went with. These can hold up to 500 pounds and should have just thousands and thousands of cycles, which is basically opening and closing. I figure we should probably give you guys a proper demonstration. Nice job.
Thanks.
I would help you, but I'm holding the camera, you know.
Yeah. As you can see, it fits perfectly in here. Goes right underneath there. And then we'll have a beautiful door front to close it all in, obviously. We will also, for those of you wondering, we're not just setting it in here. We will have straps strapping it down. It's not going to go anywhere, I promise.
And then check it out.
Oh, yeah.
So you open it up and then, oh, you put it backwards. Whoopsie. Ta-da!
Yay! And so it'll actually be out a bit, or as far as it can go. So it'll open up very nicely, even with our little bit of counter overhang. And we still have about 1.5 or 2 of clearance between here and the other cabinet. It's all working out so well. In addition to the slide out, we've also almost completed running all of our low voltage wires in here. I know we started in our previous video. We were getting so close to being done, and it's looking really pretty. Eric has been tacking all the wires against the wall with these little wire holders. So now everything's flush instead of just taped up like it was previously.
We also did something kind of unique here.
Yes.
I was going to run the wires behind the wall, but I figured we're going to put a cabinet here, and all I have to do is make a little bit of room, and I can have a little channel here where I run all the wires. And that way, if for some reason we have to access it, it'll be super easy to access. It'll also be one step further away from any kind of condensation inside the wall. So I feel like it's a good idea.
We'll lose the tiniest bit in our the very top of our cabinets, but I don't think it'll be an issue, and it's just in this one cabinet panel. That should theoretically be our next project, is building this sucker right here, this cabinet. So, can we do it? Can we put what we...
This was harder than that, I think, so I think we can do it.
We'll see how close we get. I feel like we said we're going to build the slide out, and we got mostly there. We said we were going to build our little electrical closet. We got mostly there. We'll see how far we get on the cabinets. We're really just concerned with building the bones right now. Later will come all the finishing touches. We don't want a bunch of finished stuff in here anyway while we're clanking around, because as you can see, this is already getting filled with like dust and all kinds of debris. So
yeah, and we keep scuffing up the paint, so I think we're going to paint most stuff after it's in.
Yeah. Getting stuff done, right? Yeah.
Well, all the wires terminate right here in this awesome... All the wires terminate right here in this awesome breaker box. So we have all the low voltage here, all the 120 volt stuff there. So we ended up putting this panel in, and we're gonna kind of build the cabinets around it. You'll have to see how this kind of plays into the whole thing.
We're toying with the idea of some paneling and seeing how it looks. Yeah. A little teaser for the future.
Yeah, we're really on the fence about what to do about the roof and the walls, but this is gonna be involved somehow, probably.
Yeah, y'all. It weighs nothing. It's like paper. That's why we love it so much, but still making decisions there.
We are trying to make our wire setup as clean as possible. So I've got these little boxes here that are going to be like little junction boxes. So all the little connector areas are going to be nice and safe and tidy inside of this box. Or giant wasp or whatever that was.
Man. We've had 2 days in the 80s and every single bug in existence has come back out.
Yeah, they think it's spring
wasps,
again.
Spiders everywhere.
We also had the idea to put these little boxes like this, and we're gonna run all of our wiring, actually like this. So this is where one of the lights goes. All the wires are gonna go into this box so that all these little connectors are nice and protected, and then the light's gonna sit actually on the outside of the paneling with just a tiny little hole in it, but on the inside, everything's protected. Yeah, protection, kids. Rule number 1. Oh, I meant to have my hat on through all that. Sorry guys, I have not taken a shower today. Is that TMI? Made ourselves a quick stop at Home Depot to grab the wood for the cabinet.
It's a little curve, not so bad.
We're very picky about the wood that we get.
Mostly because we're not very good with woodworking, so we gotta start with the best.
We're basically gonna build the face frame out of these pieces here. These are just common boards. This is what we built the face frame for the fridge out of, and it turned out really good. All right, we've got all the goods. We ended up having to go to Menards as well because for some reason one store has one thing, the other store has another thing. So we always have to go between the two to get everything we need.
Luckily they're only about 10 minutes away from each other, so it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, but we have all of our supplies, so we're gonna head home and show you guys our plan for these cabinets.
So this is our cabinet, or what will become our cabinet.
When we were researching, we found 50 different ways you can build cabinets. Especially in a van or an RV, everyone has their own technique. For us, weight is a big issue. We want to make this as light as possible. And the previous cabinets were actually built in a really similar way that we're gonna build these ones. So the idea is to use this super lightweight wood right here, and we're gonna build the face frame with this. Then we need to build a box for the bottom base of the cabinet, and that's so that we can run lights inside of that box. So it needs to be like a little hollow area, which we're gonna build out of just some 2x4s that we're gonna rip down. We decided to try something weird for the cabinet doors. This is edge glued pine, which we just really like the look of this stuff.
Yeah.
So we're gonna cut these down, then put our cabinet door handles on that we found at Menards.
Yep, so I guess we're accidentally making design decisions as we go.
Yeah, so hopefully this ends up being a good idea.
But it is also super lightweight.
Okay, let's get started. Et voila, the bottom frame is done.
All right. This is the, it's glued. This is the bottom part of our frame for the cabinets. And we're doing this to have these gaps in here so that we can run wires in through the cabinets into lighting fixtures without having a mess of wires running in our actual cabinets.
So here's the layout of the face frame. It's actually a really simple build. The only real challenge is this spot right here. So our roof slopes up to the overhead sleeping area. So we're going to have to cut a piece here that has an angle that goes up to a different height right there. But the rest of it is just going to be joined as usual with pocket holes. Yeah. Is that a weird way to do a thumbs up?
Woo!
You guys, it was such a beautiful day. Now the storm's coming. It was blue sky, and I can hear the rumble off in the distance.
I know. It was so warm, and it's gonna get so cold and stormy. Y'all, this storm is officially getting spooky. Just like this video. Have we said spooky one too many times? But
Never.
Seriously, it's a little crazy out here. It's very, very dark, and the thunder is getting very angry sounding.
I think it's just gonna downpour rain, but according to the radar, it's only gonna last for a little while. So
yeah, there's a lot of bad storms all around us, a lot of bright red and hot pink, but supposedly not here.
all right, the skeleton is pretty much done. Where does this go? Right there. All right. Check it
Hooray!
out. Well, that fits perfectly. So you can see this is the spot here where we had to kind of slope upward, just because that's how the contour of the ceiling goes. But the rest of it's just nice and square, so it's actually a pretty simple build.
Things are coming together. We're doing it.
And as we usually say, we are very beginners at woodworking, so I'm sure we're making tons of mistakes and stuff, but we're learning as we go, guys.
Yeah, but if you screw it and glue it enough, no matter how terrible of a job we do, it should stay stuck to the wall at least. And that's all we need, really, right?
We ended up putting this little angled piece right here, so we're going to use this as a brace to affix it to the roof. But the idea with this is that we have this like LED string light thing. This is going to be cut in different sections, and it's going to like sit inside here, and it's going to illuminate the inside of the cabinet. And we're going to have it on a pressure switch so that it only turns on when you open the door. Isn't that cool?
Theoretically, it's really cool.
Yeah.
But like everything, can we do it?
Yeah. Well, this should be one of the simpler products as far as the electronics goes, hopefully. Did I say products?
Yeah.
I meant projects. You get the picture. It's actually gotten really cold outside since that cold front came in. It's the day started in the 70s, and now it's down to the 40s, you guys. So I think we're gonna call it a day, and we're gonna head inside and see if we can make a pie out of that pumpkin that we got earlier. Or more specifically, see if you can make a pie out of it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'll be very impressed if you make one. So, first step is baking this bad boy. I've only ever made pumpkin pies from little sugar pumpkins. They don't take very long, and the internet has no resources on Kentucky field pumpkins, so I'm just hoping you cook it like the normal ones. Just roast it for a while and then scoop it out and pie it. Is that a word?
And then, so we'll check on this in about an hour, right?
Yeah. Stay tuned. So it took almost 2 hours, but I think our pumpkin is cooked. Oh, it's so heavy. Ooh. Oh, it's so golden brown and lovely.
Actually,
He's getting a
it
little
smells good.
splotchy. Yeah.
Is that what you want?
I think so. I think that means that the skin's peeling away, which means that I can scrape it out real good like.
You guys, I'm carving a pumpkin for the first time in a decade, maybe longer than that, I don't know. This is actually for the intro bit. You guys already know whether or not this worked. We just printed out some text in Photoshop that says help me. I think it's gonna turn out pretty good. Pumpkin carving success.
Oh my
Check
gosh.
it out. All right, is it readable?
It definitely is,
Yeah,
yes.
I think you can make it out.
It's so good.
All right, that was fun. That makes me want to do a much more complicated one. We used
I
to do
know.
this every Halloween when I was a kid.
The kit came with a bunch of stencils. Maybe
Yeah.
we should give it a whirl.
A new calling, maybe?
So, update our pie, or our pie pumpkin took about 2 hours to bake through fully. It's done, but now it's so late, and my niece has a dance recital tonight that we have to get to. So, no pies in this video. I'm sorry. But
Doesn't this look like disgusting guts?
it's really nasty and stringy.
Yeah.
But it comes out so easily when you bake it. But this will be perfect. I can freeze it and make pies now, and for Thanksgiving, and for Christmas, and probably for the next
Pies for
10
days.
years with
Pies
these
for years.
huge pies. But I think that's gonna do it for this video. We are hitting the road, y'all. We are gonna take a couple weeks and go on a little road trip back to our home state of Texas.
It's where we have to go to vote.
Yeah,
So.
we're gonna go vote and visit my girlfriend down there, and we love Texas and we haven't been in like a year. So we're gonna go to Texas, and then, should we tell them where we're going?
Definitely.
We're gonna go to Colorado, y'all. We're gonna get some winter vibes, we're gonna get some mountain views. I'm so excited. We have been in the flat Midwest for a long, long time, and we need a little change of scenery.
I'm not talking because I've had a lot of wine. So.
Yeah, sorry if we
we'll
have
leave this to you.
crazy wine lips, but all right, it's been fun and it's been real, y'all. Goodbye, adventures.
We'll see you on the road.